Good morning, this is Robin, and this morning, this particular video is with the one and only Mr. Albright. Dave. And we were talking this morning about a particular topic and thought we would do a quick video on it. And this topic is on the idea that whether or not, how easy it is to not be defined by your disease or by whatever role you may be in. For instance, Dave was diagnosed with BVFTD, behavioral variant frontal temporal degeneration, and I'm a caregiver. So how hard on a daily basis is it for us to not be defined by those things and to live our best life and all the things that we hear about that are so easy to do, be who you are, the best that you can be, all those things. So my question to you is, do you feel like you're defined by having this disease?
Part of me wants to say yes, and the other part wants to say no. But then you got to understand that I'm challenged with trying to remember who I am, even as to I don't do what I used to do. I don't have my job anymore. I don't know what happened there, but that's what happened. And then I have to just take every day, one day at a time, and wake up in the morning. I've got like a little ritual, and that is to make coffee first thing in the morning, and that's what I try to do. So then the day goes from there.
Right. So when you think about being defined by a disease, I think the challenging part is that you're constantly faced with symptoms that are challenging. So, and while you'd like to forget that you have it, it's constantly showing up on a daily basis. There it is again. There it is again. So what are the symptoms during the day? And I can help you with this, the ones I see, but what is it that you face that's frustrating to you?
What's frustrating is that, like, for instance, I could be doing something and I go and I pick up something with one hand and I want to let go of something I have in my other hand, and for some strange reason both hands just let go of everything.
So you drop things a lot.
So I drop things a lot. When I bend over, I don't even stop to think, other than I'm focused on what I want to pick up. And if there's anything like a table or whatever, I'll hit my head because I don't connect that it's there. I don't.
Well, multitasking, like you don't think about your surroundings, right? You just go after what you're doing.
Yeah, I get so focused, and that's why I don't drive even, if you remember, because I'm so focused, I don't see what's going on around me.
Right, for sure. And so if I were to say to you, Dave, don't let your disease define you, and then you are constantly dropping things and hitting your head, how easy is it to not let your disease define you?
It's not easy at all.
It's like you're constantly facing the challenges every day, right?
It's sitting down. It used to be really, 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 really frustrating, and I think that was where most of it that you noticed the start of it, because I just was so very frustrated all the time.
Yeah, you were. Shake the table. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So yes, you.
That's a good example.
That's all right. I do it too. So I just want to give a quick story that I thought of too. Is I remember someone was interested in coaching, and this person had a diagnosis. I think it was depression or bipolar or something like that. And I remember sitting down, the phone rang, I picked it up and talking to this person, and she started talking about all the different medicine she was on and how she wasn't quite there because it was all influencing her. And I remember saying to her as a coach, I want to talk to the person who's not influenced by the medicine, who is not defined by the disease. Can I please talk to her? And that's when this person decided that coaching with me may not be for her. And I remember thinking, well, it's so easy, just dip down deep inside, past all those challenges, there you are. But now that you have this, it's like, I see how hard that is. And it's not simple. It's not something, So anyway, to that person, I apologize because I see now that when you're diagnosed with a disease and it's a challenge, it shows up all the time. It doesn't let you forget who it is in your life.
Well, if you think that oh wow, you might be out and about or some friends over and you're talking and everything seems, like, wow, he's doing really well at everything. And I can't tell you how much time will pass, but man, you go to do something else and it's like you're like stuck because you're trying to figure, okay, I was going to do this, but I don't know how, and so then I have to either Google or look up on YouTube or even ask you, where was I going?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm at the bottom of that list. Google, YouTube, my wife. I'm totally teasing you. Sometimes I am so not with what you're doing. Sorry. It is. It's like challenging, isn't it? It's like
every day.
Every day is challenging. It's like, and so the other thing we talked about was how people, when they talk with us, I'm sure it's challenging for them because we talk a lot about the challenges we face. And you and I talked about how probably it would be so much easier for people around us if we would sit around and talk about the past, the things that we used to do, the things that we used to know, the way that we used to show up, because that would be more comfortable for them. It's more along the lines of what they remember us to be like, right? But for us, it's hard because half the time,
I wouldn't know where to begin sometimes because I'll try to and think, okay, remember this, and it'll be like, well, that might not be the way that it was,
Or you really don't remember half of the time.
No, but I try to say something about like an event, let's say, that took place, or with somebody else, and I'm saying, hey, I don't get that. Mm-hmm. And they could mistake it for whatever, but I'm just trying to say, I don't get that. It's not, I'm not trying to be...
Right, rude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get them to understand I don't get it anymore.
Right.
Why that's...
Right. It's hard because you don't connect with the past as well, and
I don't get it. Yeah.
You don't get it. Yeah, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest thing I think that we wanted to pass on with this video is that, morning gunk, is that who says that in the morning anyway? Do people talk about the morning gunk? I don't think they do. We should probably do more of that.
Do a video on morning gunk?
Yeah, because everybody has it. But anyway, we wanted to pass on the idea that if somebody is faced with an illness, whether it's a mental illness or a physical illness, if somebody's faced with, for instance, a caregiver, a new role in their life that is challenging sometimes because it's different than what you've done all your life, the thing we wanted to pass along is that while we would all love to be defined by our best self, in the midst of something that's life-changing and disruptive and challenging, it's not always easy to do that. And while we would like to talk about all the beautiful things in life, we are constantly faced with challenges that are real and in our everyday existence. So sometimes our conversations lend themselves that way because that's our life now, right? So just know, if you're a friend or a family member of anybody with a disease like what Dave is facing, just be curious, ask questions about what's going on, and don't be afraid that you're going to offend us, because we have to constantly talk about the things that show up, and we have to constantly find ways to laugh through everything, right? And it's hard. It's not easy, but we do it, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess that's the biggest idea around this particular video. Anything else you want to add to that?
This time, no.
Okay. Do you think we did a fine job of expressing what we were trying to?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So until the next time we meet, I hope life treats you well. And Mr. Albright and I just want to say that, what do we want to say?
Chin up, buttercup.
Chin up, buttercup. All right. Thank you. Bye.